2018 Lexus RX 450 hours review. If you are considering a comfortable and fuel-efficient SUV, the Lexus RX 450 hours hybrid may very well be for you. A strong road presence, unparalleled passenger comfort along with a practical level of storage space are absolute requirements for almost any luxury SUV maker. Environmental friendliness is usually an afterthought, or otherwise not a priority. This isn't the truth with the 2018 Lexus RX 450 hours, the hybrid variant from the massively successful RX 350 crossover. Not only would be the 450 hours quicker plus much more efficient than its gas-only sibling, your money point is leaner than it has been around years. One in our primary complaints resistant to the RX 450 hours before was its high asking price relative to the conventional RX 350. Part of that had been due towards the 450 hours' substantial listing of standard features, which has been far more robust as opposed to base 350's equipment roster. That changes for 2018, the 450 hours loses some luxuries in return for a lower base price. Thus it doesn't break the bank if you just need the hybrid powertrain. You can always put these functions back in by having a combination of packages and standalone options. Like other Lexus vehicles, the RX 450 hours boasts high-quality interior appointments, a nice ride and exceptional everyday livability. Also, like other Lexus models, the mouse-alike controller for that infotainment interface is exceptionally tough to use. Bring it for an extensive test run before you commit to buying your vehicle. Other than that, the 2018 Lexus RX 450 hours is really as solid when they come, and may be a top option for luxury SUV buyers looking for a fuel-efficient people mover. What's new? The 2018 Lexus RX 450 hours is more affordable than recently, however some features that have been standard at the moment are optional. These range from the sunroof, roof rails, heated and ventilated front seats, driver seat memory settings, navigation system and blind spot monitoring. The new premium package adds some of these traits back in, although some are sold as standalone options. The 2018 Lexus RX 450 hours is available in a single, well-equipped trim level, with adaptive cruise control, LED exterior lighting as well as a 12-speaker head unit all standard. We think the F-Sport package is usually a must-have as it fundamentally changes the way the auto handles and rides with the better. The premium package can be desirable because it adds real leather upholstery plus a few other goodies. Be forewarned, it's not as affordable since the list price suggests. The optional sunroof is often a separate but required add-on. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Lexus RX 450 hours is usually a 5-passenger mid-sized luxury SUV. Although there is officially just one base trim level, the F-Sport package deserves a special mention, since it drastically changes the character in the SUV. It features different styling, an alternative suspension plus a lower ride height. Otherwise, both regular and F-Sport versions in the RX 450 hours come well equipped and are available using the same option packages. Just remember that the availability of such options can differ based around the region from the country your house is in. Every RX 450 hours is all-wheel drive, powered by way of a 3.5-litre V6 engine and 3 electric motor generators, one on each front wheel and another controlling the rears. The power unit's combined 308 horsepower is routed by way of a continuously variable automatic transmission. Standard equipment highlights with the base RX 450 hours include 18-inch wheels, LED exterior lighting, headlights, fog lights, taillights and running lights, automatic high beams, automatic wipers, heated mirrors, an electricity liftgate, a rear-view camera, adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning and automatic braking, lane departure warning and intervention, and keyless ignition and entry. Inside, the RX includes an auto-dimming rearview mirror, dual-zone automatic climate control, synthetic leather upholstery, 10-way power front seats, an electrical adjustable tilt and telescoping controls, a 40/20/40 split rear seat, reclines, slides and folds, along with the cargo cover. Tech features are the remote touch interface, an 8-inch color display, Safety Connect emergency communications, voice controls, Bluetooth connectivity, and also a 12-speaker head unit with HD and satellite radio and a couple of USB ports. The F-Sport package adds sportier exterior styling, 20-inch wheels, adaptive suspension dampers, a cheaper ride height, an electric drain engine noise enhancer, special gauges, heated and ventilated sports seats, a heated sport tire and special interior trim. There are many notable packages available for your RX 450 hours, whether you stick using the base model or examine the box for your F-Sport. These range from the cold area, a windshield wiper deicer, auto-leveling headlights, headlight washers plus a heavy-duty heater, premium, auto-dimming and power-folding mirrors, driver seat memory settings and leather upholstery, and luxury, 20-inch wheels, a wood and leather wrap tire, ambient lighting, rear sunshades and upgraded leather upholstery packages. A towing package is usually available, adding a heavy-duty alternator, radiator and transmission oil cooler. There are wide-ranging standalone options, most of which require adding one or perhaps a few from the aforementioned packages. Options such as a color head-up display, a panoramic sunroof, power folding and heated rear seats, a hands-free liftgate, upgraded LED headlights, a 12.3-inch central display, bundled which has a navigation system, as well as a 15-speaker Mark Levinson subwoofer. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions that happen to be fundamentally similar. The S on this review depend on our full test on the 2016 Lexus RX 450 hours F-Sport, 3.5 liters V6 hybrid, CVT automatic, AWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the actual RX 450 hours has gotten some revisions, including new safety equipment included 2017 along with the deletion of some standard features in 2018. Our findings remain broadly applicable to the present year's RX 450 hours. Bring what you'll get in fuel economy. The presumptive reason you acquire the RX 450 hours rather than an RX 350, performance is admirable. It moves with seamless authority, the steering, handling and braking less complicated the same as within the regular RX apart from a little extra weight. Acceleration. The hybrid powertrain incorporates a stout 3.5-liter V6 engine, as well as the system delivers seamless acceleration in all of the conditions. Its 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration duration of 7.2 seconds is really a bit slow to the segment, truly a couple tenths quicker compared to RX 350. Braking. The brakes feel consistent and reassuring in routine use, however they can feel grabby in the event you have to tap them quickly, say, if you are cut off. In our 60 to 0 miles per hour Panics top tests, the RX 450 hours posted distances between 121 to 130 feet. Those are only acceptable distances. Steering. Response is smooth, and steering effort is simply about right. It can also be altered by switching between driving modes inside the F-Sport. Isolation from road vibrations is very useful. Nevertheless, it almost feels like it's too good, as it's sometimes not easy to judge the amount to turn the wheel. Handling. It feels coordinated and secure in the majority of situations at civilian speeds, with moderate body roll. But the extra hybrid system weight is apparent should you hustle it on winding roads. The F-Sport suspension incorporates a selectable sport mode. Drivability. The strong V6 engine really has got to rev high enough to generate the electronically controlled continuously variable automatic transmission. Obvious, annoying droning is rare. The brakes stay away from the typical hybrid weirdness, along with the rest from the RX 450 hours generally. Comfort. Like the RX 350, the 2018 RX 450 hours is an appropriate place to hang out, much more so with all the F-Sport. The seats are handsome and comfy, along with the ride is smooth and composed without having to be overly buoyant. The hybrid drivetrain is really a few extra noises, nonetheless they're sufficiently muted. Seat comfort. We much like the thoroughly comfortable front seats, as well as the F-Sport's more supportive seats remain sufficiently wide set that they can do their job without having to be confining. The cooling and heating feature to the front seats is effective, too. Ride comfort. Contrary to expectations, the F-Sport suspension feels less busy and assimilates bumps better as opposed to regular RX suspension. It's neither too stiff nor too soft, which is to the 450 hours is smooth riding, however with enough control to avoid it from being floaty. Noise and vibration. There is extremely little wind or road noise, and also the hybrid powertrain is normally quite silent. Other times the hybrid CVT automatic holds engine revs higher, even so the sound is muted. The regenerative braking mechanism tends to emit a muted whine. Interior. The 2018 Lexus RX 450 hours S cabin is extremely good to look at and beautifully made. It's a real standout inside the segment. However, some controls are tough to use, plus the back seat is not as generous as that surrounding some rivals. Is useful. The cabin controls are logically organized, as there are a good combination of knobs and buttons. But we're unconvinced with the joystick-like remote touch system had to control many vehicle functions. It might be distracting to utilize. Getting in, getting out. The RX 450 hours is simple to get into since the door sills are narrow along with the seat height is around perfect. The doors open wide, too, with nicely squared off upper openings, even just in back. Driving position. The current RX features less, more car-like driving position than some SUV rivals. We like this given it makes you feel more responsible for all yet still comes with a sufficiently commanding view out. Roominess. There's plenty of head and legroom in advance, as there are a good number of elbow room. Lots of rear headroom and elbow room, too, but knee clearance and toe space is usually tight when the backseat passenger along with the driver are generally taller than 6 feet. Some rivals provide 3 rows. Visibility. There's a sweeping view on the front and sides, with slender pillars and peekaboo windows ahead in the nice size mirrors. The rear 3/4 blind spot just isn't terribly large. The decent direct rearward view is enhanced by the normal backup camera. Quality. The RX 450 hours boasts tremendous quality. The materials look rich, and they've been built meticulously. Lexus really knows what it is doing. The quality is one from the key why you should consider the RX. Utility. The Lexus RX 450 hours is significantly from what we'd consider utilitarian. Its cargo area's versatility is bound by its slanted roof line, and also the center console lacks storage. Small item storage. The center console is very big, but the majority of it is taken up using the shifter, remote touch and drive settings controllers, and admittedly pretty wood trim. The cup holders are connected with an OK size, but there are hardly any places to hold odds and ends. Cargo space. The slanted roofline reduces cargo space for bulky items. It's really simply a big trunk having an easy access height. Most similarly priced rivals are better. The 40/20/40 split backrest may be folded for very long items and 2 seats in position. Technology. The RX 450 hours comes standard with driving aids that happen to be optional on its rivals, knowing that can give you added reassurance. We also like its enormous optional screen. But the remote touch interface that controls it is really a constant distraction and potential deal breaker. Audio and navigation. The remote touch interface, a joystick accustomed to highlight icons for the 8 or 12.3-inch desktop display, requires an excessive amount of dexterity and concentration while driving. It's a distraction. we'd prefer just about any tech interface. Smartphone integration. Bluetooth and 2 USB ports are standard, much like the Lexus Inform and Inform Destinations trip planning and live assistance apps. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto aren't available. Driver aids. The RX 450 hours comes standard with adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning and automatic braking. It may detect other cars and pedestrians, and lane keeping assist. These are optional on all arrivals. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert are optional.